We are 20 years old who have decided to leave Australia and travel South America. The first 6 weeks we have visited Chile, Bolivia, Argentina, and now we are here in Brazil. So we wanted to show you, what does it actually cost us to live in Brazil for a week?
What's going on, guys? And today we're back at it with another YouTube video.
Alright guys, now before we show you how much money we spend a week here in Brazil, my name's David. Right over there, we got Dan.
Dan the man.
Dan the man, as he likes to call himself.
Many people call me that.
Oh yeah, my fault. Many people call him that. Dan, do you want to tell them why we're here in Brazil?
We're in Brazil to hit a generational lock-in. So the plan is business, get jacked, get money. First gonna get the first 3 done, and then the last one we'll get there, we'll bleep it out. Get the content going, and just give everyone a day in the life of, 2 Australians in Brazil. So, yeah.
Yeah, we've taken a year currently. A year from Australia, at least that's what we can afford. But hopefully, we're hoping to be able to stay for much longer, and just live our life through new experiences that we're trying to show you guys. So, let's get into the video.
Alright guys, so this is where we're staying in Floripa. So we've got it's a 1 beddy, but it's low-key a 2 beddy at the same time. So we've got a beautiful view. We got 1 double bed there. We got a beautiful view looking onto the west side of the island. We've upgraded it with our desks. And David's desk is over there. We've got David's bed. Now we can go upstairs. This is where I sleep, Harry Potter style. Breakdown is roughly $250 for fuel, car, and accommodation. The difference probably would be if you guys started to do this, like we know people here, so we got it for a bit cheaper, and going it like out of Airbnb, you get it for 40% cheaper, 30% cheaper, depending on the season. So yeah, we've got the whole house basically, even though there's a family living downstairs. We've got a spa, ice bath, boxing bag, a little bit of gym equipment, jiu-jitsu mats. We've got a really good deal here, but it might be different for other people.
For $250 a week.
It's pretty good, lot cheaper than Australia.
Oh, much cheaper.
Best thing to do is earn in Western currency and go spend it in real. So that's a little bit of a breakdown. Peace.
Exactly. Alright, on to the food. So here we are getting our food for the week. Now, since we are trying to bulk, we do buy a lot more food than necessary for just 2 people. So it is definitely possible to do it cheaper, but that's right. We do buy about 4 kilos of chicken and 4 kilos of minced meat for the week. A lot of rice, eggs, everything we need for a protein shake. A bit of asahi for breakfast. Yeah, those are the main things we do eat during our week. Alright, Daniel, how much did we spend in reals?
600.
600 reals. So that's about, what, 170 bucks? AUD?
80 something bucks.
Yeah, $85 each for the groceries for a week.
We also did not calculate our meat.
Oh, plus...
I need to get yogurt.
Plus another $60 for minced meat. So we're looking about 110 bucks each, 115 bucks each. So just to summarize that poor effort of explaining you guys just saw, per week we spend around 120 Australian dollars each on food, which considering our goals, we are quite happy to pay. Another big part of our routine out here is the gym. Now, we pretty much go every morning. It's about 5 minutes away, so nice and easy for us. And it's something we've definitely made a priority while we're here. Now, it helps give us a bit of structure to our days, keeps us in check, so very, very good. Now, the gym itself is actually really nice. For this, we're paying about 11 Australian dollars per person per week. So very cheap, has all the equipment we need. Now, as you guys can see today, we're training chest and triceps, a little bit of bench, tricep push downs, bare minimum. Now, for those who know us, they know we take training pretty seriously. We wouldn't be eating as much or prioritizing our recovery like we are doing. So pretty happy with where we are. I figure since I'm sharing this whole experience with you guys, the gym's a big part of it, so this is where I'm currently at. I'm pretty happy with things like my triceps, but I definitely need to bring my chest and overall width up. The core's looking good, and well, there's a reason why I'm wearing long pants. Now, another thing we've been doing a lot out here, and honestly probably the best part of our day, is training jiu-jitsu. We're going jiu-jitsu now, so see if we can get some content.
The angle up there, bro.
Yeah, my fault. See if we can get some content of us sparring.
Rolling, brother. We practiced this.
My fault. Rolling.
Sparring makes it sound like we're not just hugging men, and it's like that's all we do, bro. We just hug blokes.
Yeah, a lot of blokes. It's pretty actually gay.
Oh, but we love it.
Yeah, these guys are crazy here. So yeah, we'll see. Tell you guys how much it costs as well. Go to a jiu-jitsu gym in Brazil. Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Easy as. So for jiu-jitsu, we're paying about 35 Australian dollars per person per week, which is actually really good value, especially here in Brazil where jiu-jitsu is massive. Now, back home, we'd usually train maybe 2-3 times a week in the afternoons, but here it's completely different. They've got sessions running from around 6 a.m. all the way through to 10 p.m. Monday to Friday, and then an open mat on Saturday. So you can pretty much train whenever you want, as many times as you want, which makes the $35 look like nothing compared to what we get out of it. Now, these clips you guys saw just from a couple sessions, Dan was doing gi, and I was training no gi, but overall, it's been one of the best parts of being out here.
Oh, I want to kill myself.
I'm gonna put that in. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed what you guys have seen so far in the video. Now quickly, we're just going to do a quick recap for you guys. So for accommodation, for the car, and for fuel per week, we spend about $250 each. So pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. $250 each. For food, we get about $120 each. So we're climbing pretty quick. Jiu-jitsu, $35 each. Gym, $11 each. And we also both do Portuguese lessons currently, so we have 4 lessons a week. So we spend another $30 each. Now that gives us a grand total of approximately $450.
$450 a week?
Yeah.
Each? Damn. That's actually more than I thought I was spending. Yeah. So that's not too bad.
$450 a week.
I'd put in to add a little bit of perspective here. In Australia, I reckon I was spending around, like, to be fair, living on my own, I was probably spending like $1,000 a week, if not maybe $1,200 a week, and I was probably eating a lot less and doing a lot less. So that's just a little bit of a bit of perspective. But yeah, we're going to be doing more YouTube videos. So next week maybe we'll do a day in our lives, or we'll be vlogging our Sao Paulo trip where we go to the Brasileiro BJJ competitions, and we're going to be watching my coach from Australia, Gabe, compete, and a couple of boys from the gym. So that'll be good. And yeah, besides that, stay tuned.